I think we're live. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. My name is Matt. I am from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com, and you are live with me here on YouTube. Be sure to check out RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com for everything Royal Caribbean related. RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Thank you for joining us here each and every Monday. We are live right here on YouTube, hanging out with you, talking about the most important thing in the whole wide world, which of course is going on a Royal Caribbean cruise. So thank you for joining us here. Dennis Ormond is our first chatter in. Hello, Dennis. Milt is here. Hello, Milt. Brogan, what's going on? Justin Van Pelt, hello, sir. Mike Pastore, Benjamin Cohn, Joe Hususki is here from Fort Lauderdale. Aura is joining us as well. Travis Frost from Australia. Good night, Mike. Melody, hello. Matt Munovich, hello. Mark the Shark. What a great name. Man, I wish I had a cool name like that. Kim Oakland is here. Hello, Kim. We've got Susie Junko in the house. Tom Stacy. We've got Glenn Allen. Kimberly, hello. Jason Rivas, hello. Jose Pena is here. Hello, Jose. Michael S. checking in. Michael S., good to have you here, my friend. Dave Kazarian. Mike Kudlis from Albuquerque. Dude, Albuquerque. Every time I think of Albuquerque, I think of the most amazing food in the entire world that comes out of that area, and that is green chili. Dude, that stuff is amazing. Like, I went there for a wedding. I don't know if I've told this story before. Went to Albuquerque for a wedding. Was totally like, oh, this is going to be terrible. And then I discovered the green chili, and I never wanted to leave. Hello, Monty. Money Love is here. Hello, Cruising Q, Polly. Welcome one and all. My name is Matt. I am from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com, and we are hanging out here talking Royal Caribbean cruises. So if there's something you want to talk about, a question you have about Royal Caribbean, a comment you want to share, maybe something you read on RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com, saw another YouTube video, let's talk about it right here. Brogan would love a Sorrento's pizza right now. Absolutely. Hello? Can I help you?
I hate Sorrento's pizza.
No, you don't. You hate Sorrento's pizza?
Yeah,
Be gone. Go. Leave. You may not be here anymore. Goodbye.
I like Sorrento's pizza.
All right, you may stay. Cassandra, first time seeing you live. Welcome, Cassandra. Glad to see you here. Michael S., trivia for me. Can you name 5 Royal Caribbean English pubs? Oh, God. Probably not. Let's see. No. I mean, what is like Globe and Atlas? I know I don't know the combinations. No, I really can't. I just know they're always like Hoofin something, Atlas and Globe, Globe and Atlas, Quill and Compass, Crown and Anchor. Yeah, I don't know. Sorrento's is GO8, right? Greatest of all time. How does my kid hate Sorrento's pizza? Listen, she might be adopted. I don't know. I have to look into that one. Nick, good evening to you. Dennis Ormond, do you know how the new muster drill works? Yeah, we have a pretty good idea, Dennis. So the new muster drill, and we've detailed this over at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com, is you get on board the ship like normal. No change. Then, you have a 4-hour window. Your phone, your device, you can either do it on your device or in your stateroom. You have a 4-hour window to essentially begin the process, in which you have to watch a video, review some information, and then once you do that, after you watch the video, the safety information, you then have to report actually to your muster station. Now, it's not, you don't line up, you just simply go there. It's kind of like the end of a scavenger hunt, where they're like, okay, you have completed the challenge and you are here. So that's it. That's how it works. You have a 4-hour window. Come and go as you please. Do it whenever you want. You can do it right at the beginning. You can wait till the bitter end, but that's how you have to make it work. Let's see here. Mikey says, I've gained 50 pounds in 10 years living in Albuquerque from the green chili on everything. Isn't that like healthy though? It's like salsa, right? It's just like tomato. I mean, there's obviously meat in there as well, so maybe that's what it is, but it's so good. Billy Fearon, any word on Odyssey of the Seas when it will be done? Well, as you may or may not be aware, Billy, Odyssey has been delayed once. She's now going to debut in Europe in, goodbye. She's going to debut in Europe instead of the U.S. So instead of debuting in November, she'll now debut in Europe instead. And so that's now a May timeframe. That could still be delayed again. Sharon Stockman, hello. Tampa Smurf Slam. I wanted a famous chicken sandwich the other day. I miss cruising, right? Carlos, what does the Magic 8 Ball say about cruise happening before 2020 ends? Oh, Carlos, you really want to be disappointed? Start off your week that way? All right, Magic 8 Ball. Carlos wants to know, sorry, Russian Magic 8 Ball. Carlos wants to know, will cruising happen before 2020 ends? Indications say yes. Wow, Magic 8 Ball is being nice to you, Carlos. So there you go. It's got to be true. Kathy, I booked on Ovation yesterday for next October. Hopefully we're selling by then. Nice. Tim Gallagher, what's going on? Lori Clark, hello. Nicholas Gann, do you think some Royal Caribbean will sell in November? I really don't know, Nicholas. Obviously, that's the date. November is the date that Royal Caribbean has said that they're planning on resuming operations, but we've seen these kind of target dates come and go. It's just impossible to know, really, truly, if there's going to be certainly any cruises then. The Joycer, you're from Albuquerque, missed your green chili and balloon fiesta. I don't know what balloon fiesta is, but the green chili is incredible. There's just nothing like it. Brian Atchell, what's up, dude? Miss hanging out with you as well, my friend. Definitely miss cruising. Yes, preferably together, right? Brian Atchell on a cruise, even better. Michelle Prose, hello. Jolene, what is your favorite ship? My favorite ship is Harmony of the Seas. What's your favorite ship, Gabby?
My favorite ship was Oasis.
Oasis. What's your favorite ship, Aubrey?
Back to back, because we went Coco Cay.
Oh, back-to-back cruise. So you shouldn't care what ship it is, as long as the back-to-back.
Oasis was the one that got the new one.
Let's see here. Amanda, we have an Eastern Caribbean cruise November 29th. Do I need a passport or any other paperwork for my 4-year-old? Amanda, if you are a U.S. resident, live in the U.S., and you're doing the cruise that's supposed to begin and end in the United States, like goes out of Florida or something like that, and ends in Florida or somewhere else in the U.S., you can stay with a 4-year-old with a birth certificate, original document, not the copy. You can do it that way. I do recommend, I know it's very difficult, but you should get a passport. It is the better way to do it. But as an American citizen sailing out of the U.S. on a closed loop cruise, you can sail with just a birth certificate. What you want to do, and what you should be doing, is checking with Royal Caribbean for the exact documentation that you need there. Sean Williams, hello.
Bye! I'm in the USA and I'm fine.
Goodbye. Ex-Captain Mike 5, why do junior suites have less extras than a regular suite? You know what? That's a good question, Captain Mike. Basically, you know what it is, Mike? It's just the name, right? If they were called extra large balcony rooms, you would be like, oh, it's just an extra large balcony room. I don't know why they call it. The word suite is what throws it off there. But I think the fact that they're a junior suite kind of infers that they're not a full suite, thus they don't get full suite benefits. I imagine that's what it is, but you're not the first person to wonder that. It's just the way it's always been, my friend. Billy Fearon, we have a cruise on the Brilliance of the Season, November 23rd. Do you think it will sail? Honestly, Billy, when it comes to, and this is true for anybody who's got a question about, will my cruise happen? I really don't know. That's the honest truth. I actually set up a website. What's a blog post? But if you go to willmycruisehappen.com, Billy and anyone wondering the same thing, you're going to get the answer, which is that there's not enough information and too many variables to know if it's going to happen. So let's wait and see. Aristotle 21, what are your thoughts on wearing a mask at most of the times on board? Aristotle, if I can get on board a Royal Caribbean cruise, I will do jumping jacks and backflips if necessary. I am just ready to get on board the ship, right? So that's the end. That's the end of the day. Carlos says the Magic 8 Ball said so. All right, well, actually, no. Carlos, I didn't ask November. I asked by the end of the year. So technically, Brogan, when does hurricane season end? November 30th. It goes technically to November 30th. Brogan, hurricane season, while it ends November 30th, by the time you get to about mid-October, it's pretty much petered out. Usually, the last month and a half of it, once you get into around Halloween and then obviously November, the tropics calm down quite a bit. Right now, we are in the peak of hurricane season in late August into mid-September. This is the peak of the season, and then it starts to tail off there again as we get into October. But as you know, that the hurricanes don't check the calendar when they form. They're not like, hey, Bruce, you can't go out there, dude. Hurricane season's going to end. You missed your opportunity, buddy. Right? It's just when it's most likely to occur. But yeah, November 30th. Has the family played Royal Caribbean Monopoly together yet? Michael, I think we played it when I first got it, and then I realized you can't play Monopoly with kids. I mean, young kids. The game is over their head. You know what I mean? But I think we played it through once. It is out of the plastic, and I definitely looked at it. I think we played it through once there. Adrian, first time, long time, 66 days till Serenade the Seas, not feeling confident as we live in Victoria and the state is in serious lockdown. Yeah, listen, Adrian, I don't think anyone here thinks you're crazy for being a little pessimistic about our chances to go on a cruise anytime soon. But at the end of the day, my thought is you've got to plan for the best. You got to hope for the best and plan for it. Obviously, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But always, the thing that really helps me is you got to remember, a lot can change between now and November, right? It is mid August right now, and like I said, a lot can happen. I mean, things change. You get a lot of progress and changes in policies, and who knows, right? And I've said this saying a lot in here, but I think it's absolutely true. It is definitely it's darkest right before dawn, and at some point, this will end. It's going to end. The cruise lines know it. Most people seem to know it. So it's gonna happen, right? It's just a matter of when. That's a good question. No one knows, but you got to keep the positive attitude. You got to have that. You got to have those positive vibes going, right? Captain Mike, my cruise was today. Do you think they will let me carry my drink package to my new cruise? No. There is not a means of doing that, Captain Mike. But you obviously can cancel, and you probably did already, cancel your cruise, your cruise purchases, and then you can repurchase them on the next one. But the price is not standard. If the price of it was standardized, like it was the same price across the fleet, maybe you could do that. But these days, not so much. I see Ron Ladowski in the house. Hello, Ron. And Jason Peterson is here. Ron Ladowski says, I need to purchase trip insurance. I have 2 cruises booked for next year. Is it better to buy individually or an annual membership? Ron, it depends how many times you cruise. You have 2 cruises right now. I would wager to guess that it'd be cheaper to buy 2 individual travel insurance packages as opposed to an annual one. The break-even point for annual, depending on obviously you and a lot of other factors, is somewhere in the ballpark of 4, maybe 5. It really depends on the cruises, right? 3-night cruises or longer. Also, keep in mind, by the way, your travel insurance, it covers you for all travel, not just cruising. So, if you do a lot of land travel as well, that's an option as well. What's the weather like in the Western Caribbean in September, October? Hot and humid. Hot and humid with an afternoon thunderstorm. You can pretty much bet on that every single day. Nicole wants to know, is it better, aka cheaper, to purchase spa treatments before the cruise, on the cruise planner, or while on board? Good question. The thing with the spa is, if you want, Nicole, one treatment, like you want just the sweetest massage, or just your hair done, or just a facial, pre-book it. That's the way to go. On board the ship, though, there are specials, but those specials tend to be like combo deals, like, mix these 3 services together for this price, or buy one, get one at a discount, or, they have like run these little promos to try to like get you think. They rarely have straight discounts on everything. I think the one day they have that is maybe on the first day of the cruise, but really your best bet, in my opinion, is to just let the is to just pre-book it if you want one massage. If you're not sure, or one treatment rather. If you don't know what you want, Nicole, if you're like, maybe it depends on the day what I want to do, right? Maybe I want a massage, maybe I don't. Then wait for the ship. But look for port days. Those are always gonna be your best discounts. Whoa! A giant epic super chat from Pascal! Woo! Pascal, 326 days of the Norway Fjords group cruise! Yes! Can't wait. Pascal, thank you for your epic super chat. My goodness. And I can't wait for that one. 326 days. I was actually talking about that today, Pascal, the Norway group. We're doing if you don't know, shameless plug coming in 3, 2, here at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com, we're inviting you, yes you sir or madam, to join us on a Royal Caribbean cruise to Europe, fabulous Europe. Yes, you and your family will be whisked away on whatever airfare you can afford to beautiful and exotic Southend in England. And then while in England, you'll board the fabulous Royal Caribbean's Anthem of the Seas. But that's not all. Yes, your fabulous cruise that you paid for is going to bring you straight to Norway. Yeah, see the beautiful exotic fjords, visit the historical sites, meet the wonderful Norwegian people, and much more. And if you thought that was a great vacation, we're not done yet, friends. No, no, no. There's still one more thing. It's a Royal Caribbean Blog Group cruise, which means you will be sailing with me. It's great. In all seriousness, check out RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com/events. It's July 2021. It's going to be amazing. I joke, but it really is going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait. And Pascal will be there. So you already know 2 people on board the cruise. Marcella, a funny story. My husband and I had a cruise booked last September 2019, which got canceled because of the hurricane. So we rescheduled for April 2020, but COVID had other plans. Oy. That's an oy vey, Marcella. Yeah, that's the definition of that one. But listen, 3rd time's the charm, Marcella, right? 3rd time's the charm. Jonathan, what year launches Wonder of the Seas? Right now, it is scheduled for 2022. Hisham, new to your live stream. Welcome. Good to see you here, buddy. Welcome. Michael asked, if a ship sells out, but they can't sail full due to restrictions, how will they decide who to bump? Good question, Michael. We don't know that yet. It's a interesting question. I think it's a policy that Royal Caribbean is probably noodling through. Javon is here. Hello, Javon. Welcome. Okay, we got caught up on that one. Nicholas, do you think that Wonder of the Seas will sail in China 2020 or the home port? Or will it change home port? Got it. Right now, I think it will be China. Yeah, until something changes. I just have no reason to believe, even at the height of the pandemic, even at the worst part, when it all looked grim for China, they were still staying on target there. So I think they absolutely will. Axel! Hello, Axel. Hope you're doing well. Harold, booked on Harmony for December. What's the best show on board? Harold, I'm going to tell you, it's not the popular choice, but I think the best show on board is Columbus the Musical. It's an original Broadway production. It's a great fun show, great for the family, very entertaining. I think you'll like that quite a bit. Of course, you've also got, you have Hairspray on board. No, not Hairspray. Grease. Grease is the word on board. And that's a fun show. Great show, in fact. But I prefer Columbus the Musical. I think it's a really, really good one right there. Ron Ledowski, and if you book through MEI, that's right, shameless plug. Book through MEI Travel, get some special perks for that. You're not wrong on that one, Ron. Absolutely. Jay Wanderman is here. Hello, Jay. Hope you're doing well. Dennis Orman saw today on the internet that the Caribbean Islands have banned all cruise ships until 21. Do you know if that's true? That's not true at all. That's not true at all, Dennis. I think maybe Grand Cayman has, but not all Caribbean islands. No. And I'll tell you this also, Dennis. When the ships are actually ready to sail, because even if they said, hey, we're open again, everybody come on by, no one's coming because there's no cruise ships anyway, right? But I think when Royal Caribbean and other cruise lines are truly ready to sail, there will be some islands that will be open. Let's face it. They're just, they know where their bread is buttered, to be perfectly honest with you. So there will be. Not to worry about that. Will all of them be open? Maybe not. But I think there will be some. Absolutely. Wendy, any possibility that December 27th holiday cruise on Oasis of the Seas will sail? Wendy, I really wish I could tell you definitively yes or no, but we truly don't know. That's the problem. There's just too much, too many possibilities or not enough information and too many variables. That's really I've said this before and it really is true. It's such a difficult scenario to try to navigate. So, we certainly hope so. I hope so. I would love for that to happen. But we gotta just wait and see at this point. Mel Caps is here. Hello, Mel. How are you? Hope all is well with you as well. Brogan loved Columbus. Flight is your favorite original production, though. Yeah, Flight was good. I enjoyed it, but I love a good story, and Columbus really has a great story there. Flight will tug at your heartstrings, though, a lot more. If you like crying in public, Flight is a good show for you. There's a moment there where it's like, who's cutting onions around here in the middle of the show? I don't know why you'd bring onions and a cleaver knife, but somebody clearly is. I need a moment. Best Voyager class ship, Ben. Ooh, I'd give it to Navigator of the Seas by this much, but Mariner has the hibachi. But I give it to Navigator. Let's see here. Hisham, my November cruise Odyssey is canceled. Mine too. Welcome to the club. And it's sad that this year brings a lot of sadness. You hit the nail on the head, my friend. Absolutely. Don, masks are good for hiding tears. See, guys, there's the benefit. I can wear my mask and no one will know that I'm crying. Hello, Don. How are you? Cruising with Pablo. I miss my flow rider and my guest. Oh, the flow rider, right? Oh, man. Jonathan, Wonder of the Seas will launch in 2022 as it stands right now. Colleen, booked for Symphony in February, hoping no mass or I'll have to cancel. Listen, We're going to get from Royal Caribbean the new policies, the new procedures from the Healthy Sail Panel. That is supposed to come out at some point, theoretically, by the end of this month. They said that by the end of August, they were going to put that out there. Listen, it could be plus or minus a couple days here, but when they do release that, we will get a pretty good idea of what changes to the onboard experience we can expect. And it could really run the gamut of possibilities here in terms of what they recommend. I mean, Royal Caribbean has been pretty adamant that they want to make sure that they are, going to make it work. So here's my question for you guys. Here's my question. I want to know, how would I do this in chat? In chat, I want, if you could go on a cruise, first cruise out, whenever that is, November 1st, for lack of a better date. First cruise out, if you would go on the first cruise out, no questions asked, like, sign me up, yes sir, I'm next in line. If you would go on the first cruise, type me in chat, M-E. Me in chat if you go on the first one, because I would go on the first one. Be like, Matt, you got to do backflips? Be like, good news, I'm an Olympic backflip champion, baby. Just nobody look while I do it, okay? Because I get stage fright. But I will do whatever it takes to get back on board because I am ready for it. I will. It doesn't matter to me. To me, it's still a cruise. It's still fun. There's going to be changes. I go to, you go to the supermarket now. It's a different experience. Doesn't mean I don't go to the supermarket anymore, right? All right, Pablo, Tim, Andy, Zach, Ken, Ron, Lori, Colleen, Carlos, Gary Miola Jr. Great name to say also. So you guys have really fun names to say. I hope you say them all as well. Kathy, daughter has a cruise in December on Oasis. Is that going to be canceled? We truly don't know, Kathy. It's a really, really good question. Don Goldstein, without question. Joanne Griffith, happy belated birthday. Joanne, I hope your son got you something nice because he makes the big bucks now that he's a big star over at ExoJet. So I hope he Mercedes, diamond ring, 6-pack of Grey Goose, Hope he treats his mom right. Jared, are all bars included in the wine bar on Harmony? The season included with the drink package. The bars, yes. Not the bars that are included, Jared. It's the alcohol that's included. And most drinks are included. Most alcoholic drinks are included. There's very few, only really, really top shelf stuff that is not included. Now, wine, it's pretty much like really just a couple of wine by the glasses because most wine just costs a lot. You know that. If you're a wine guy, you would know that. But in terms of liquor, beer, cocktails, they're pretty much all included. You really have to go out of your way to find a cocktail that's not included with your drink package. Ahmed is here. What's up, dude? Do you think the U.S. November election is affecting the ongoing delay and things will be changed after that? No, I don't. I know people think everyone wait until the election, things will change. Sorry, I left my tinfoil hat at home. I just don't believe in those things. I think that's silly. No offense to you guys if you believe that. I think you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong. I just think it's meritless speculation based on I don't know what. But no, I don't believe that has any factor. I just don't think that's how the world works. Ben, have you ever been a crew member? Would you ever? And what role would you want? No, and I have no idea. They work really hard, but honestly, no, I was never a crew member. I'm not sure I'd ever want to be one, quite frankly. I really believe that. I think that it's what I love cruising. I really do, but I don't need to see how the sausage is made. I kind of enjoy eating the sausage. Is that how it works? Joseph Tricario, hello. MJ in the house. Got a chance going to Epcot tomorrow. Would rather be on a cruise. Hey, my wife's gone with my kids over there. They do a pretty good job with the whole rules and all that. So I think it'll be okay. Adrian, will the sailings to Australia be crew only as I can't see international travelers being able to get home? Yeah, I would imagine so, Adrian. I would imagine so. Sorry. Back that up. Not crew only, Australians only. Aussies only. That's what you meant. So, cruise. Pablo, you're a sports app. Which ship did you most recently work on, Pablo? Forward, not forward. Do they have non-meat meal options at certain restaurants on deck? Yes, absolutely. There is vegetarian options throughout the cruise. You don't have to worry about that. And if you don't see one, you can certainly ask for it, right? Jeff Lipman. I had a great weekend. Thank you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Kim Galensky. Hope I said that right. You call me Kim G. Thank you. I'm still hoping for my December Harmony cruise. Any word on that? No new updates on that. As soon as I hear anything, Kim G, I will absolutely post about it at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. But no, I have heard nothing about that, to be perfectly honest with you. There's been no updates. With Royal Caribbean, when it comes to their whole, will this cruise sail or will it not sail? Truly, guys, the way they play it is they just when they're ready to announce something, they will announce it. They will never really, they very rarely ever are like, well, this looks kind of bad, or well, this looks kind of good. There's a lot of reading between the lines, but in my opinion, you're not going to find a whole lot more there in terms of just it's probably one of the most difficult things to predict because there's no way to predict it. And we've got back-to-back super chats in the house chat. Starting off, Randy Patrick, epic super chat. Woo! Still waiting on the Harmony Group cruise next year, so I'll have to sneak on another cruise when this craziness is over. Randy, we're doing the Randy Patrick, when this is all over, my friend, we're doing the Randy Patrick Appreciation Cruise. I'll be there with you, I hope. And Susan Westfall with the super chat. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Susan, for your generosity. My goodness, great minds coming together right there. Juniper, I have no idea what you mean. Are there escorts on cruises that aren't advertised? I have no idea what you're talking about, my friend. Joe R., do you think countries with no sail orders will be looking positively at how strict and responsible MSC has been with restarting cruises? Yeah, absolutely, guys. You don't have to. I've never been on an MSC cruise. I don't think I'll ever be on an MSC cruise. I could be wrong on that, but I'm rooting for MSC, guys, because what MSC is doing is they have restarted cruising in Italy, small scale, only Italians, but they are proving that large ships can sail. And yes, absolutely, it is very much a beta test. And everybody, whether you're an island, a cruise line, a government official, is definitely paying attention to that. No question. Michael asks, my favorite surprise, delicious food on cruise ships. Yes, spicy scrambled eggs in the Indian breakfast food section. Dude, Michael S., this is why we're friends, man. The Asian breakfast section is like the most non-traditional American breakfast option that tastes amazing. There's, Michael, I don't know if you ever had it. I think it's only on Navigator. They call it breakfast potatoes. Oh my God. Like, if I had Ziploc bags, I would just take Ziploc bags and just, the last day, just be like, bring it home. Bring it home. I need another tray here, sir. And then when I come back into the country, do you have any fruits and vegetables? No, I just have a lot of Indian potatoes with me. I have breakfast potatoes. Those things are amazing. Jackie Byers, any word on Enchantment of the Sea scheduled to be on her April 22nd out of Baltimore? No, nothing more than that, no. So, yeah. Okay, well, we're gonna, I think you guys are right about Juniper, so we'll just get rid of that. 1 second, guys. Make sure I'm not banning somebody I don't want to ban. Every time I do it, it clicks on the wrong one. I have no idea if I'm doing the right one here. Oh, goodness. Hold on a second. Hide user. There we go. I think I got it, and if I banned the wrong person, I'm sorry. Melcaps, have you ever sailed on Celebrity? If not, you should consider it. I have not, Melcaps. I was actually, true story, back in January, I was very close, like this close to booking one, and then we ended up not doing it because there was like a really cheap deal. And the reason I did not go on the Celebrity cruise, Mel, was Royal Caribbean. No, sorry, it was a celebrity. It was like on one of Celebrity's older ships, Millennium class. And I always thought if I'm ever gonna do Celebrity, I'm gonna do the other one. What's the newer one? The Solstice class. Like if I'm gonna do Celebrity, I think knowing how I cruise, what I like, blah 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 blah, I would have to do the Solstice class first. I really think that would be the best thing to do because I feel like that seems to jive with my style. But no, I have not. But honestly, I would like to try it at some point. I just haven't had an opportunity at this point. You know, what's funny is, I don't know if it's funny, but, you know, as many of you guys know, I just started doing Royal Caribbean Blog full time back in the fall. And with COVID, I've only had a couple of months of window to actually be like, I finally am not a slave to vacation time. Well, now nobody has that. Now we all have vacation time and nowhere to go. Carlos, do any Royal Caribbean ships have movie nights on large screens? I would be great on movie nights. Yes, in fact, most of them do now, Carlos. Part of the recent upgrades in the last, I don't know, 5-10 years, they've been adding them. So yes, most of them do, actually. Joanne Griffiths says Celebrity Edge is awesome. I'd like to go on there at some point. Absolutely. I think it's a good compare and contrast, and you guys are right. It is Celebrity, is Royal Caribbean's sister company, so. Tukes, what ship is the breakfast potatoes? I definitely remember them being on Navigator in the Windjammer. Excuse me. But, they may have been on other ships. They're just called breakfast potatoes. They're in the Asian area of the Windjammer, and they're basically potato curry. but they taste so good. So good. Zach Montrose, what ship would you recommend for someone who wants to try Royal Caribbean but doesn't want the mega ship experience? Ooh. Voyager class. I would say Voyager class. I don't consider Voyager class the mega ships, even though they really are. But they're not in the same league as Oasis class, Quantum class. They're even smaller than the Freedom class. I feel like, a Navigator or Mariner would be a good one. If you really want, like you're saying, Matt, I don't want any water slides. I want to have a day in which all I do is I wake up in the morning, go to the pool deck, and that's it. I don't need anything more than that in a show and a casino and the basics. And anything more than that is going to upset me. Then I would say Brilliance of the Seas. Brilliance would be the next good choice there. But when you say mega ship, I don't know what you mean by, how mega is mega, right? MJ says, Wonder of the Seas is delayed. Did they say if Royal Caribbean will build a sixth Oasis class ship, or do you think they will cancel it? MJ, there was an interesting quote. I'm glad you brought that up. In the last earnings call, give me a second, guys. They said there was a specific line that I put in there because I knew this question would come up. I'm going to pull this up here on RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. But there was there was a line they said specifically that talked about that. So here it is. Wait, is it? Now, they mentioned that, most of our capital projects have been delayed or canceled, which would fall into that. But there was one thing. Where was that? They mentioned cash flow. Hold on a second. Here it is. Okay. So MJ asked, says, when are the seasons delayed? Did they say if Royal Caribbean will build the sixth Oasis class ship? This is from MJ. This is from the second quarter Royal Caribbean Group financial earnings update. And they said, Royal Caribbean has $11.3 billion of committed credit facilities that are available to fund ship deliveries originally planned through 2025. Now, obviously that can change, right? But that was a direct line from their earnings statement, the business update that they gave to Wall Street. So that's a pretty good sign, I would say. Now, when that'll occur, good question, but that's the only answer, the closest thing to an answer we have there. And, Kim Oakland with an epic super chat! Kim! Just got my future cruise credit for our September 27th sailing. I think I'm putting it towards Norway. Act now, Kim, and we'll include double the Norwegian fjords. That's right, friends. If you book your cruise now with our for the Royal Caribbean blog Cruise in Norway, we'll throw in some extra fjords at no additional cost. MEI travel operators are standing by to take your orders. That's awesome. Yes. And to quote Pascal, do it. Right? Michael S. How or who do I have to position an Oasis class ship home port in Boston during the warmer months and alternate Anthem when it's cooler? Oh, I mean, the pessimistic answer, Michael, and one I actually thought of initially was, you don't, dude. This is a situation where they'll call you, don't call them. But Michael, honestly, the best place to put that kind of feedback would be in your post-cruise survey. Those post-cruise surveys are, in my opinion, the most highly regarded piece of customer feedback they get, because these are paying customers who just went on a cruise. That is like probably the biggest deal of customer feedback comes out of there. So I would mention it in that final step of your post-cruise survey, in which they ask for any other feedback and you say yes, and then go off on that, Michael, about your idea. And Jason Rivas with a super chat. Jason, thank you so much. How's the last cruise with kids 12, 10, and a wife who doesn't like cold weather? Fantastic. Listen, my wife hates cold weather. Great time. Jason, this week's podcast episode, it's coming out on Wednesday, and maybe even tomorrow if you're a Royal Caribbean Blog Insider. That episode is about revisiting my first cruise and a friend of mine's, Charla. We went to Alaska, and that's a pretty good insight into it. But that age is fantastic, my friend. I mean, there's so much to do in Alaska. It's beautiful. It's a great age. You're not limited. Your kids aren't too young to do certain things. You really can do anything over there. It's amazing. Amazing. Monan, why Royal Caribbean doesn't offer ships in the Middle East like the Gulf countries? Unfortunately, a lot of the political instability there recently, Iran, has caused Royal Caribbean and other cruise lines to pull ships out of the area. They had a lot of ships go sailing out of Bahrain and going to all those areas, but a lot of the political issues with Iran have caused Royal Caribbean to pull the ships out. It's just not worth it to put that kind of risk, and commit ships and sailings and to an area that's not like that. And we saw the same thing happen with Egypt, by the way, when they went through their political instability. So that's really the answer. David Franson, hello and welcome. Good to see you here. Brogan, has Rose said whether Icon will be delayed? No, they have not. Don Goldstein, when they cruise to Alaska, it isn't that cold and the excursions outweigh the weather. Yes and yes. I know people think of Alaska and you just think of this like scene where it's blowing sideways snow and you're frigid and your lips are purple and it's a scene out of like The Shining, right? It's not. Number one, you're there in the summertime, not in the winter. Number two, believe it or not, it actually gets kind of warm. It might be raining. That can be the case. But it's actually a lot warmer than you probably think Alaska would be. And it's absolutely fantastic. Dennis Hartman, what is your dream cruise? Today, my dream cruise is a cruise to the Bahamas. Because that means I'm on a cruise ship. I don't care where it goes. But in all seriousness, Dennis, I would love to Panama Canal. I really want to do Panama Canal. Joanne, we wore t-shirts every day on our she wrote, we wore shirts every day. I really hope you wore shirts every day because that whole topless thing in Alaska, it doesn't really work out that well. I mean, I'm not, weather-wise or not. But yeah, I would say when we went to Alaska, it was actually warmer than I expected. You do a lot of layering. Like you'll start off with, you'll put on a t-shirt, put on a sweater, and maybe a waterproof blanket because it's raining and you take them off, put them back on. But more often than not, I agree with Joanne, we were kind of out there in t-shirts and jeans kind of weather. In a lot of cases, so. Shorts. Shorts. That's an important typo there, Joanne. Kathy says, any cruise, right? Guys, type me in chat, Emmy in chat, if your dream cruise right now, today, is to go to the Bahamas. Type me in chat if your dream cruise is to go to Elizabeth, New Jersey. Type me in chat if your dream cruise today is to go on a cruise to Cleveland. And I apologize if you live in any of those areas, but you know what I mean, right? It's just funny because I get that question all the time. What's my dream cruise? And I, usually do. But today, yeah, sign me up. Where does it go? I don't care. Great. Perfect. Oh, man. Greg Dobbs. Greetings from Seacliff, Long Island. Is that North Shore or South Shore? Thanks for keeping us in cruise mode during the exile. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. Credit, you want to take some sort of liner to Belfast? Unfortunately, not going to be able to help you out there with Royal Caribbean. Brown Fam, how much is being an insider? Just got here. Welcome, Brown Fam. So, to become a Royal Caribbean Blog insider, which is somebody who donates to RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com, there's a monthly donation program. It's through Patreon. If you go to RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com/support, you can sign up for as little as $1 a month. You can become an insider. Here's the URL right over here. And if you're already an insider, type insider in capital letters so I can say thank you. And if you're not an insider, you can become one. No pressure if you don't want to. It's just, it's a way to give back to Royal Caribbean Blog. I mean, so many of you guys give back in the form of super chats here. So I'm not going to be sitting here and trying to double dip on you guys by any means. But it is an important program, and it's been the lifeblood, quite frankly, of what we do here. But you guys, as I mentioned, you guys, so many of you guys are so generous with your super chats here. So, I am truly lucky and blessed to have your kind of support here. So thank you guys so much. Ron Lanowski, thank you for being an insider. Melcaps, thank you for being an insider. Randy Patrick, thank you for being an insider. Don, thank you for being an insider. Pascal, thank you for being an insider. Jason Peterson, thank you for being an insider. Robert Jaworski, crikey, mate, thanks for being an insider. Susan Westfall, thank you for being an insider. And Joanne Griffith, thank you for being an insider. If happened, Jason says, what's wrong with Cleveland? Look, I'm not the one who called it the mistake by the lake, but just saying. Kim Oakland, thank you for being an insider. Pam, thank you for being an insider. Joe Johnson, thank you for being an insider. You guys are awesome, man. You guys are like crazy awesome. Crazy awesome. Zachro, okay, maybe not Cleveland. I will gladly go on a cruise to Cleveland right now. Michelle Prose, thank you for being an insider. Kenny K, thank you for being an insider. Ben, when you sail alone, do you make friends or stick it by yourself? I make friends, man. It's a lot more fun that way. I mean, you can't have fun without talking to anybody, but it's just cool. Like, go to the bar, have a drink, talk to people. That's really nice as well. Molly Gilchrist, what's your favorite port? Coco Key, Cozumel, San Juan. Those are fantastic. Tony Diaz, my goodness, what a guy. Tony, an insider. Thank you, Tony, for your support. Thank you for your super chat. Tony, one of these days, we're going to have beers together. We're going to sing together. We're going to have such a great time on a cruise, man. I can't wait. Thank you, Tony, for your generosity. And Bill Coco, another back-to-back super chat. Thanks for everything, Matt. Go buy the kids some ice cream. Listen, they don't need, what time is it right now? 8:30. Number one, they already had ice cream today. Number two, thank you. I will buy them ice cream at some point, but not at 8:30 at night before it's a school night. But thank you, my friend. I will definitely take them out. I will let them know if they're getting ready for bed right now upstairs. I would tell them, listen, guys, this weekend we're going out for ice cream from Uncle Bill. Yay! Who's Uncle Bill? Well, he's this guy on the internet, but don't worry about it. We're going over ice cream. Jason would cruise Lake Apopka, right? Mike, thanks for being an insider as well, Mike. Appreciate that. Tukes, thanks for letting us know about the support. I didn't know, and I will sign up tonight. Well, Tukes, thank you so much, man. Like I said, I try not to be like overly like panhandly, you know what I mean? And I don't want to cross the streams or anything like that, but so many of you guys are incredibly generous. I mean, the word incredibly generous doesn't do it justice, so I just want to say a big thank you on behalf of me and my family for what you guys enable me to be bring out my inner nerd and share with you guys everything happening in the world of Royal Caribbean cruising. So thank you guys so much, because it really means a lot to me. Nathan, which ship do you expect to start first? Probably Mariner and Navigator. I'd say that's almost certainly the smart money right there. Linda, you meet great people on cruises. Absolutely. There's no doubt about it. It's a lot of fun. Yes. Jose Sudzak is here. Hello, Jose. Sophie Burns is here. Sorry I'm late, Sophie. Good to see you. Hope everything's well in your family. Thanks for joining us here on this Monday. Nice Ghostbusters reference, right? Don't cross the streams. Don't feed them after midnight. And don't tug on Superman's cape. Words to live by. Isaac, looking forward to your first Brilliance cruise July 21. Dude, I love Brilliance. It stands right now, and I certainly hope it happens. My next Royal Caribbean cruise is on Brilliance of the Seas in January. Can't wait. Maybe I'm going to book another Brilliance cruise with Mr. Don Goldstein, because I think my wife would let me book another cruise. Be like, can I book another cruise? No! But it's with Don. Okay, you can go with Don. Excuse me. Nicholas, does Royal Caribbean offer Canada Rockies land tour pre or post cruise in Alaska? Yes, they do. I don't know if it's Rockies, to be honest with you, but they do offer either before or after your cruise land tours in Alaska and to Canada as well. So yes, I don't know if they're the Canadian Rockies or just mountains of some substantial height. Mel, what was your longest cruise? So here's the question, Mel. Are we counting back-to-backs or just single cruise? If it's a single cruise, I've done 9-nighters twice. If you're counting back-to-backs, I've done 10 nights. That was a 3, a 4, and a 3 last March. So I don't know which one you count, but 9 or 10, depending on your definition, I suppose. So, Tony Diaz, waiting to hear about the 2022 group cruises. Listen, I think Sharon Stockman has been heavily petitioning me to have a group cruise. If we're going to do one in 22, which we will, she really wants one over Christmas. She wants to open up those presents with her Royal Caribbean blog friends. So, I don't know. We'll have to see there. January 18th on Brilliance. Yeah, that'll be a back-to-back. That's going to be, boy, that's going to be tough, Don, because I'm going to be like, honey, thanks for cruising with me. I'm staying on board. See you later. Is Quantum of the Sea still in China, Andy? Yes, it is. Well, it's somewhere in there, but yes, still technically deployed to China if cruising were to happen. Trey wants to know, what Royal Caribbean cruise deal would you suggest booking right now? Good question, Trey. Pricing, the word deal, of course, is relative term, but generally speaking, I always recommend booking as far out as you can. There are some great prices out there. Work with a travel agent. Find a good price that works for you, because there's so many ships, so many sailings, and so many prices. But generally speaking, the further out you book your cruise, the better off, or the better likelihood you're going to be paying a lower price. So, but then you get double points, Don. Listen, Don, these are all great points you're bringing up, and you know what's going to happen. You know what happens at home If I were, I'm gonna give you an exact quote. If I told my wife, but honey, wait, let me get timing is everything in comedy, guys. But honey, it's gonna be double points. Honey, it's gonna be double points. Just the look. Casey, what's the bin on? I think I'm legally obliged to tell you, Casey, it was my honeymoon cruise. Thomas Stacy with a big super chat. Thank you, Thomas. What would you tip a royal genie if you went in a star classroom, 2 adults and 2 children? That's a really good question, man. I think you generally want to do, and again, there is no right or wrong answer, Thomas. It's what you feel is fair. There's generally speaking, you kind of do like, some people do like, they kind of say, okay, 4 people, 7 nights, 7 times 4 times whatever that number is, 10, 5, 1, I don't know. You can just do a flat one, say, listen, here's $100. Here's, this is like you know this, like, this is like calculating tip at the end of the day. I will tell you this, Thomas, on RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com in our message boards, there's been a few good threads about how much tip the genie. I'll read you some answers here because it really runs the gamut, and you shouldn't look at this as a measuring contest, like because that guy did it, I should do it. And I'm going to defer to my good friend Sabrina, Love to Cruise 2002. She's on our message board. She's one of our moderators there. And she says, she's read on other boards that they can vary widely, anywhere from $100 per person to over $1,000. By the way, over $1,000 is probably overkill, okay? Unless the genie like saved one of your kids' lives, right? But it's just whatever you feel is fair. Obviously, what you can afford, but there isn't a right or wrong answer. There really is not. This isn't, you know what I mean? This isn't like a, how much can you tip contest. It's more just about, here's an extra little something, because you are paying gratuities. Don't forget that, right? You're paying gratuities, and then you have something a little extra you want to tip them. That's your discretion, and of course, I'm sure they'll take any bit that you want to give them. But they'll look at it as, again, as like, this like, oh geez, I'm trying to outdo everybody. Kim Oakland, my dog just went crazy at your cricket sounds. Wait, this cricket sounds? Oh, God, timing is everything. That's the fart sound. That wasn't it. YouTube, you let me down. Easy boy. It's not real. Heal. MJ, you ever think Royal Caribbean will start reusing ship names, for example, another Sovereign of the Seas? That's a good question. I know Carnival's been doing that. I would love that. Back in the day, a couple of years ago, I thought they really should use Empress of the Seas, but I could see it happening. I mean, Carnival has. That's already set the framework for it, so. Robert, do you know when we should see 2022 Alaska cruises? Robert, the answer is probably by the end of this year, probably in November timeframe, Robert. But Royal really hasn't told us like one way or another. The deployment schedule, which is when the new deployments come out, has not been released yet. Usually it comes out like a month or so beforehand, but who knows? Joe says Holland America's been doing it for years. Well, in Holland America's defense, there's only so many Dutch cities you can name a cruise ship after, right? Like, you got the Rotterdam, the Amsterdam. Like, we run out of names. What should call themselves? New Amsterdam, New Rotterdam. All right, we run out of names again. Amsterdam. Brian Ritz, never copy Carnival, right? JC, doesn't Royal Caribbean have ships all over the world? I'm surprised they haven't started sailing other places like Germany or Asia. They have one of their. You're right, JC. One of Royal Caribbean's brands that they have a partial ownership in, TUI Cruises, has resumed cruises. They've been cruising now for maybe a month almost at this point. Definitely a couple weeks. But Royal has said, JC, to your point, that cruises in either China or Australia may start first. but I think they want to come. I think the number one thing, JC, is they want to come up. Royal Caribbean wants to come up with a with their healthy sail panel. They want their new policies in place, right? So, David, has anything been heard from our Blue Ribbon team? No, not yet. They said by the end of the month, so technically that could still be next Monday for all I know. So, Dennis, just want to tell you thank you for all your insight. Dennis, thank you for joining me here, man. Listen, guys, I am so thankful, so happy that you guys take time out of your Mondays to hang out with me here every day and be a part of the fun, right? Ben, have you ever complained to Royal Caribbean about anything? Yes. On my Oasis, one that came to my mind was Oasis of the Seas. We were in the main dining room, and we had a great waiter, and everything was great. And then, like, night 3 or something, our waiter was, like, taking forever, like, really bad. And I was like, what's going on there? And my wife was like, I think I know what's happening. I think there were some people who overflow from my time dining that the head waiter dumped on our regular waiter. And the result was, all of a sudden, our waiter got stretched too thin, and obviously it was taking forever. And so I asked when my waiter finally came around again, I was like, when you get a second, can I please talk to the head waiter? And I said to the head waiter, I said, listen, you can't do this to the waiter. It's not fair to him. It's not fair to us. And yeah, you gotta be able to point out. I'm not like yelling. I'm not like, how dare you? I'm not that guy. Come on, that's ridiculous. I think providing constructive criticism and feedback, things like, this could be fixed, this could be done better in this way, and I think that's reasonable. They listen to that stuff. So yeah, every now and then, absolutely. Tony thinks Crack into the Seas sounds good. I like your style, Tony. You're on a roll tonight. What's in that cup, Mark? I swear it is only water. It is only water. So Andy, Mondays are for PMA, positive Matt attitude. I love that, man. That's so nice of you to say. Thank you. Michael says, what is the name of the Royal Caribbean cocktail in that blue cup? Water of the Seas. Actually, water of the seas would probably be salt water. It's not. Regular old water out of my fridge. Isaac, do you think cruising will be just as enjoyable once the new policies are put into play? Sure, absolutely. I think life has to go on and life will adjust. You'll do things differently, maybe a little bit, but it'll still be great. So, guys, really appreciate you joining me here. I'm going to wrap it up. We've been live for almost an hour. An hour, guys. Thank you so much for joining. It really flew by, though. Thank you for joining me here. Be sure to check out RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com for plenty more Royal Caribbean news, information, fun, advice. We've got a lot more stuff waiting for you over there. Guys, have a great week this week. Be safe out there, but also, most importantly, do something fun. And we'll talk again very soon, right here on YouTube. Bye, everybody.